Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode Season 2. Before we begin, I want to wish you all a very happy new year in 2020. I want you all to prepare for all of the 2020 vision jokes that are going to be happening in 2020. But let's just start off today strong and actually clean up this entire mess that is behind me, because it's a bit of a mess. And what I want to do is I want to start actually building some stuff for the magic that is permanent. So what we're gonna do is, since we have our applied energistic system right down here, we can drag this cable up to the top to the surface. If I can't even teleport to the surface, but we can drag it all the way up to the surface, and we can actually start placing P2P tunnels for different magic mods. And what I want to do, blood magic, I want to move here to the center, and we can bring a cable from the middle, kind of like underground, and set up a couple P2P tunnels over here. And for Astro Sorcery and Botania, I think we will set up maybe Astro Sorcery here on the left. Yeah, I think that has a little bit more space, so kind of like over here. And we're not going to need too many channels over here, so it should be fine. And then over here on the right, we're going to set up Botania. But for that, we need to kind of move this entire setup over here, or at least place it somewhere else for the time being. I need to move quite a bit of things here, so we really don't need the arc furnace, I don't think, anymore. This can get kind of like a semi-permanent home somewhere in there. The Twilight Forest portal, I think we don't need because we got everything done. The coal coke production, we're gonna actually do this better with a redstone furnace eventually, but for now I think we're good with the coal coke. This also needs to move. This is kind of like my food source. We don't have enough power to get a fully sustaining environmental controller, because I don't know how much power this guy would use if we did, let's say, radius of 100. How much are you using? 1,000 for 100. And if we do, hold on, if we do height would be, let's say, 64. And up here we're, wait, where's the Y? 96. So yeah, 100 would be fine. So if we do 64 to 100, that's 22,000 RF per tick. Yeah, we're not gonna, we're not there yet. So we're gonna do 96, which is what we were here. And the radius can be just like 51, what it was before, and that's like 300 RF per tick. Okay, so for that, we're gonna need more power, and that's gonna come at a later point. So let me just start by removing some stuff here, and then we can actually start automating some Botania stuff, mainly the pure daisies for the beginning. Alrighty, everything besides this main structure over here has been moved or removed since. For example, for the arc furnace, I just have a crate labeled arc furnace, and that's all the components for the arc furnace in there. And if we ever want to build it again, we can just grab that out and build it right off the bat. I also moved our food production over here, and I think I want to add an elevator. I think we should have elevators in here, and apparently I have caps lock on, which is fine. Let's get a just a basic elevator. We can dye it with some green dye. I have some of that. I don't know if it consumes the dye, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna put you right here next to this, and we're just gonna dig down a tiny bit, like so, like so, like so, like so, like so. Okay, so this is kind of what I have here, and let's, we're gonna cover this with facades at some point. I'm not gonna do it right now, maybe on a live stream, but we can do that, and then put an elevator right here, and that is kind of like a hidden elevator. And we can come down here, and what we're gonna do is just a number like this. And then we're gonna middle click like so, and like so. Sweet, so we have access to here. We can get our food if we need to. For example, we take off our meat feeder, and then we just right click it there, and that is all good and done. So we're collecting the pink slime, we're collecting the liquid meat, and this is just the control for the lamp up top. So up here, there is a lamp right there. You may barely see it on YouTube, but I can actually show you easily enough like this. So there's a lamp, and this guy is hooked up to that lamp, and the comparator here is detecting when this guy is full, and it's going to output a signal of 1 because it's subtracting 14 as soon as it gets a signal of 15 in the back, which is when this guy is full. So as soon as that is completely filled, it's going to turn on the lamp and turn off the farm, coincidentally. So yeah, that is what I have up here. I have basalt in the walls, which I think I might just remove. So let's just grab a lever for the moment. Just going to do this together. We're going to come over to here, like so. We're going to turn on the lamp just so I don't get any mob spawns. And what I'm going to do in here is we're just going to take out this basalt. And this is orange terracotta, so let's just build it like that. This is this, that, that, and that. Okay, cool. And then I can put in the glass back. And what I'm actually going to do is just going to build it like this. And then we're going to fit in the glass wherever there are the gaps. So we can build one of those, and do kind of like a number like this. And actually here we're going to need to put in the brown terracotta. Yeah, that looks better, I think, when it's kind of like built into the wall and it's less visible. Okay, so I forgot about one thing that we did on live stream. We made a bunch of molecular assemblers. We made 256 of those. That was a whole bunch of wood. And I also made a bunch of interfaces as well. We have almost 2 stacks. We can just make another one. I don't think we're gonna need that much, or that many at least, but that's okay. So the molecular assemblers have a very kind of convoluted recipe. So they're iron sheet metal, not a problem, just iron plates. Quartz glass, not a problem. Formation cores, not a problem. We have all of that on automation. So crafters are lots of wood and crafting. So one crafter is 2 analog crafters and 2 redstone gears, and that gets you the crafter tier 3. And then the tier 2 is the same recipe, but with the tier 1. And then the tier 1 is a machine block and the same recipe. So the redstone gears, redstone torches, and wood. So that is 2 stacks of planks and 4 stacks of sticks for each one of these. And then you need 6 times that, or 3 times that, to make each of the molecular assemblers. And the analog crafter is lots of crafting stations or crafting tables and levers. So that was just a whole bunch of wood, which is why I kind of increased the number of wood that we store in the system. So planks, we now store 39,900, I think just 39,000 is what I set it to. So down here, yeah, I think it's 39,000, because that is almost the maximum amount that the 2x2 drawers can handle. And the wood is still currently getting to that point. We are at 31,000, so at 39,000, it's gonna stop. And I'm storing the same amount of sticks as well, because we need a bunch of sticks for all of those crafts if we ever want to make more molecular assemblers. And I think the easiest way to put these somewhere is not to do it directly in the overworld, but it's just to put them in a compact machine. So I need to find a spot where I want to have these. And I really don't know where I want to start expanding the base, but I had a thought which would require a lot of moving stuff, but we would have to take all of this and move it into an applied logistics compact machine. So I think what we might do, and that might happen on live stream, I think, we're gonna put a compact machine right here in the floor, and we're gonna set up a tiny room where the compact machine is actually gonna be in on live stream, and we're gonna move all of this automation inside of the compact machine, which I think is gonna make it a bit better. And we can just bring a cable over to here with a capability adapter. Do I have any more of those? I do. So we're gonna grab one of these. We even have a cable right down here, so it really doesn't matter. Are you already on a P2P tunnel, or are you just for the P2P tunnel? I think that's just for the P2P tunnel. So we can bring a smart cable in here. Actually, how long is this? This is pretty long. What if we grab dense cables? Actually, no. We're going to set up the automation, and then we're going to autocraft the dense cables, because that's going to be easier. So the capability adapter can go in like so, and then we can head inside the compact machine with our personal shrinking device, and hopefully the world doesn't crash like it does sometimes. But inside, we're going to set up our applied logistics room thing. So I don't have wireless access. I didn't bring a tunnel, and I'm awfully unprepared. So tunnel, we're gonna need just one of those, and then drop the rest of them on the floor like a dum-dum. So there we go. Okay, so in here, where are you? The middle. This is the middle. So we're gonna come up here, put a tunnel on the down, and then a capability adapter, and that is going to be our applied logistics access. And then I need a wireless access point, just so I can get applied logistics inside of our room. Wireless. I think I made a bunch of those. I made a stack of those. Okay. So wireless access point. Boom. Give me access. And there we go. So I'm just going to grab some compact machine walls because I tried and build with those in the beginning, and then we change it to the other stuff. So the molecular assemblers are best set up in a way where we can have, I believe, a stack of them next to these interfaces. So I think the interface only counts as a channel. So we can have a whole 32 of them on one dense cable. So that would be half a stack of interfaces, and I'm just gonna see how I want to set them up in here, maybe like that, or just put them upwards, and we can put possibly 4 on one side. So I'll just try it out and see. This is the layout that I came up with. We are using 32 channels for 32 different interfaces on each side, so that is a total of 64 interfaces times 9 of pattern slots for all of the autocrafting that we're gonna need. So I think that is plenty. If not, we have enough space here, I checked, for another stack of interfaces and another 4 stacks of molecular assemblers, and we can set them up on another 2 P2P tunnels. So I'm gonna leave those slots open, and as far as the machines that I have outside, that I said I wanna move into a compact machine, these guys over here, we can probably set up another compact machine and move all of those in there. Although, now that I think about it, there really isn't that many machines and they're not running that often. So I don't think it's a problem if we keep them here and not in a compact machine. I don't think they'll cause us too many problems. So I think I might just leave it be for the time being. But yeah, this is pretty much a completed thing, and we can actually start setting up autocrafting. So over here in our terminals, we're gonna grab our pattern terminal, and I'm firstly gonna make a pattern, and we're gonna grab some Certus because this doesn't need to be chart Certus, and we're gonna just craft a pattern and then encode a pattern for blank patterns. And then we're gonna toss that in here, and then we can just say pattern, and it's gonna just make us like 10 patterns. And we don't have crafting CPUs. Of course, I forgot about that. Okay, so we have a reason for that space in there. Okay, so for crafting CPUs, we're gonna need ourselves some disks. So I think I can just grab some disks because I have a whole bunch of them in here, or I can just make some new ones. But we're gonna need some crafting CPUs, so crafting units and crafting co-processing units and some crafting storage. So I'm gonna craft a bunch of those, and we can set them up as well in the compact machine. This is gonna be our crafting storage. I just alternated co-processing and regular 64K crafting storage over here, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4 tasks at a time on all of these. And I think I'm also gonna do a bigger crafting storage up here on top, and I'm probably gonna make 2 of them and just make like an entire cube up here. And those are gonna be for incredibly bigger tasks with a whole lot of autocrafting that needs to be done. But before we do that, I wanna install some acceleration cards in all of these molecular assemblers. And I used to do it like this by clicking in and then shift left clicking to put 5 total in here. And I got comments on, I think, Stoneblock 2, that you can do this. You can just shift right click with acceleration cards in your hand, which is really cool because then you can just go like this. And go as much as you want on all of these, and you automatically replace the stack anyway, and you can just hold down right click like this and then just fill all of these up. And I think did I miss any of these on the side here? I don't think I did. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go around and do that for all of these so we can have super duper fast autocrafting. So this is our final product. We have 3 towers on each side like so, and then I have 2 bigger ones up top, and they are basically, if we manage to get up here, they have a whole layer of just 64K crafting storages, and then on the down here they have checkerboard patterns. So they have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the coprocessors and 7 of the storages, and I could alternate that so we have more of the storage, but I think having a little bit more co-processing should be better. All right, so that is all complete. Acceleration cards have all been added. So we have a full-blown auto-crafting system. And in between cuts and episodes and all of that, I will be adding more and more patterns to our system. And I have already added quite a bit here. We have over here patterns for a few of the things from vanilla. I like to keep them in kind of like stacks because the way the molecular or the interfaces are is basically each row is one interface. So if I put a blank pattern here and the quartz glass over here, if this interface is crafting blank patterns, it has to firstly craft the quartz glass and then wait on the blank patterns because it requires quartz glass. So it takes twice as long to craft one pattern than it would this way because it's split between two interfaces. So that is just how I do it here. And then over here we have recipes for all of the cables so we can craft dense cables, a bunch of the cards that we're gonna need, and I set up patterns for all the way up to 16,384K ME storage components because those are gonna be required in I think making the creative cells or something like that in the future, or maybe the vending upgrades from the drawers. And here I also have the recipes for the crafting storages and the crafting co-processors and all of that. So I just used our system to autocraft everything from that point on. Okay, so now I think we can actually dive into Botania automation, which is going to start over here, and we're going to span it kind of like in a straight line over here. We might build some flooring with Livingwood and Livingrock once we have those automated, so we can actually have a nice pattern on the floor for Botania. To get us started for automation in Botania, we need to automate the production of Livingwood and Livingrock as well, or over here. And for that, we're gonna need infused wood and arcane stone. And arcane stone is not a problem. I have a recipe in the system, so we can auto-craft it, no problem, like so. So for arcane stone, we're gonna come down here, and I think I'll put an interface right here in the middle, and we're gonna connect it up probably just down here because I have cabling like so. And then we need some conduits going to all of 4 of these machines because we need to extract from this guy and extract from or insert into that guy. And then we need cables like this. This doesn't need to be here. And we're gonna do the same thing right here on this side. Whoops, like so, and like so. All right, I think I broke a torch somewhere in the back. There we go. Okay, so to get started with this, what we need to do is we need to place wood or infused wood, and then the Pure Daisy is going to craft it, and then we need to break that infused wood and put it into the system. But firstly, we need infused wood, where this comes in. So this guy, if we give him some wood and then grab a redstone torch, because we need to turn it off of pulse mode, and also we need a dislocator thingy-majigger. Did I not make? I think I have it like somewhere down here. Yeah. Okay. We're not gonna be using it in flames for very long anyway, so we're just gonna come down here and we're gonna squeeze that in there. Okay. So now I shouldn't be able to pick up anything. So if we turn this on, it's gonna turn it into infused wood by dropping it right in there, and then we need to just collect that infused wood with a ranged collector of sorts, and that would be this guy, the ranged collector. So we can put you, where do we want to put this? Somewhere where it has access to the interface. I mean, we can just bring a conduit over from any sort of side, I think should be fine. But what if I put it right here and we bring the conduits for power up to like this? I think that should be fine. Okay. So you need a conduit on as well. So you need to extract always active and insert into here. And we're going to whitelist the infused wood. So if we then say, we need redstone control on this guy as well. So hold on, we need this, and we need a smart cable here, and then we need a level limiter right here. And we're going to say infused wood. I have it on me. We're going to say keep 1,000 and emit when levels are below limit. So this guy actually needs to emit when levels are above limit because it's deactivated by redstone. And then you need to provide us with some wood. So a stack of wood come here like so. And then we need a limited item filter with wood. So you have stone, which doesn't need to be here. So I need to just grab one spruce. Actually, we're gonna grab a stack of spruce and set that up like so, and set this on the insert on, let's say, brown for the wood. And we're gonna extract on brown. Actually, we can extract on green. We're gonna filter everything so it shouldn't be any of an issue. So we can extract that, and we should keep a stack of spruce wood in here, and it's gonna start being dropped and collected by this guy until we get 1,000 in the system. And I can put this infused wood in a drawer, but it's just 1,000, and I don't think it's really necessary. If we want to put it into a drawer, I can turn off the system and put it in the drawer later. But for the time being, it's going to be just the way it is. Okay, so then for Livingwood and Livingrock, we need to provide infused wood here into the interface, and we also need arcane stone. And since arcane stone is a crafting recipe, we are going to need a crafting card. So just make me a stack of these, because I'm going to be using them all around the place anyway. So just make me those. I'm going to wait for the full stack, because then we can, if I look in the interface, you can see these slots here. This is basically slots in my network tool, so I can keep cards in here. And we can just add this guy a crafting card. You're going to provide arcane stone and infused wood. Okay. So then we need these limited item filters. One is going to be arcane stone, and you're going to be going into this side here. So you're going to be on the insert like so. So you should start getting stone, I hope, at least arcane stone. I don't know if I can insert from the front. That might be a thing that I can't do. Because this is, oh yeah, this is not connected. Of course it not. Of course it isn't. Now we should be able to extract. There we go. Okay, and then the other side is gonna get infused wood over here. So we're gonna put this on the insert and say okay. So we should start putting infused wood into here as well. There it goes. Okay, awesome. So this guy needs to build a square. And I don't know if is this guy gonna start building if, hold on, we're gonna do this. Just gonna remove him, those, and we're gonna set the preview, and we need a square, and we need it to be, hold on, we need to move it in the X direction or the Z direction. Let's see, the X by 1 is gonna move it backwards, I think. So we need -2. I think that's the right, yeah. And then we need to just move it up by 1y, 2 y's, I think. So if we preview render, that should render this. Lovely, okay, sweet. So we have a y2 and x -2, cool. And then we can say requires redstone, which it should over here. And we're gonna say you are Livingwood, right? So I have that here. We're gonna set this to 1,000. Emit when levels are below limit. Okay. And you have requires redstone, and now you just need your items. So if I give you infused wood, you should start building. Lovely, sweet. So the other one is gonna be exactly the same. So we're gonna say y2 x -2 square. I think it started building. Yeah, it started building everywhere around. No, oh, the size, right, the size, hold on. One size. That. There's a whole lot of stuff being placed. Hold on. Okay, can I vein mine this then? Okay. There we go. Okay, did I sort everything out? Do we have any more ghost blocks? I think we should be good. Okay, cool, sweet. So we have that being crafted, and everything should be collected by this. The only thing that we need to set up is the controlled miners. You are gonna be set to a, I think they need to be a 5x5 preview render. Mining height is gonna be 3. And we need to set up a whitelist. So we're gonna whitelist Livingwood here, and we're gonna whitelist Livingrock here. And we're just gonna set this to, I think a 5x5 is enough. Actually, we need just a 3x3, right? It doesn't need to be a 5x5. Actually, yeah, that should be fine. And if the mining height is a little bit higher, I think it should do its thing. So for that, we're going to need some Supremium tools, and I set up some recipes so we can craft a Supremium axe. And also I have a Supremium pickaxe from before. So you're going to get a Supremium axe, and you should start mining this as long as we say always on. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And it's collected by the vacuum, the range collector. What did you mine? Why did it mine? Hold on, that's... Why did it mine the precision dropper? Or something? Oh no, it mined the... Right, okay. Yeah, I totally forgot that there was Livingwood underneath this. Okay, let's just build it out of Livingrock. Doesn't matter, really. Okay, so that. And then we can remove the preview. Okay, so 3x3, mining height, 3, whitelist that, always on. Okay, and you need a pickaxe. Pickaxe. Okay, and I think it removed... Okay, now it's gonna remove the Livingrock from here, and it's spill. Okay, let's make Livingrock bricks. Hold on. Bam, bam, bam. Why are you No. Did I not? I whitelisted Livingrock. This is Livingrock bricks. Okay, fine. Fine, be that way. The starlight is flowing everywhere. This is a horrible mess, but I'm gonna sort it out in a moment. Okay, so I'll see what blocks I can use on the floor that the miners aren't gonna mine it out, even though they're whitelisted specifically for Livingrock and Livingwood. But let me see if I can get it all nice and prettied up, and we should be good then. All right, everything is set up. I replaced the range collector with an advanced item collector because it has a higher range. The other one wasn't reaching all the way up to the top of the block. So if the living wood landed right on top of this infused wood or the living rock on top of the arcane stone, it didn't get picked up. So I just changed that to the advanced collector, and it really works wonders, and it puts directly into the interface, which is really cool that it sees this as a valid inventory. And that is pretty much all the changes that I did. I also set up this, which I didn't do in the last cut, and that is pretty much it. I did also move everything to the drawers, so we have everything right down here over in the drawers. We have 1,000 of infused wood all the time, and this is gonna go up to 1,000. And if we need more than that, if we're gonna be using it for building or something, we can just set up a higher number and just let it go while we do other things. So yeah, this is the simple automation for Botania, and it is all underground and just magically does its thing, which is the way I like it. There are other different types of ways that you can do it. You can use placers in the floor and phantom breakers, and I've used other stuff in the past, but Cyclic really does wonders with the structure builder and the structure, or the controlled miner and the structure builder, I believe it's called. So yeah, that is really, really neat. This is pretty much gonna have to be it for today. We're gonna come back next time, and we're gonna work on some more astral sorcery things, so we can work on more Botania things, so we can work on more blood magic things. And we also probably are gonna need to do some Thaumcraft as well, because all of those mods are intertwined through one another, and yeah. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to see new videos. You can support me on Patreon as well if you want. The link is in the description, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.